Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet and read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called The Oldest, written by CC452. There's an old Earth saying, one of the oldest. It's been said in many different ways in countless languages over the millennia. We all die alone. Hello? Hello? Don't be alarmed. Who is this? Do you know who you are? What? Yes, of course. My name is Marcus. Who are you? I'm here to help. Do you know where you are? Oh, of course, I am, What the hell? I can't see anything. What's happening to me? Everything is all right. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. What? I can't... Oh. I'm in my living room. How did I get here? I was out going to... This is a projection. I brought you here so that we could talk, if that's all right. Sure, I mean, this has got to be a dream, right? Feels kind of surreal. That is a common reaction. Don't worry. If you say so, why can't I see you? I don't have a body. Well, I guess I can't argue against that. You still haven't answered my question. Who are you supposed to be, and why can I hear you in my head? This is weird, even for a dream. Do you know where you were before this? Yeah, I was in a cab on my way to work. I usually take the bus, but I was late and... It's all right. Take your time. There was a truck. Yes, there was. Then, this isn't a dream, is it? No. Am I dead? Not quite yet. What the hell is that supposed to mean? What did you do to me? I did not cause the accident. I'm only here to talk. So what is this? A choice. A choice? What, are you, God or something? No. Although I understand the impulse, nor am I any other kind of supernatural being. Your file indicates that you weren't very a religious person. Is that incorrect? No. Religion was never really my thing, personally. Is that a problem? I mean, I've always respected other people's beliefs, as long as they weren't hurting anyone. Don't worry, diversity is how life is celebrated. Your beliefs are neither good nor bad. They simply affect how this conversation iterates. Iterates? Okay, so, what exactly is this then? We found it best to let the person deduce it on their own. It tends to be less emotionally damaging. What do you think is happening? Well, you said not quite yet, when I asked if I was dead, which means that I will be soon. That cab ride wasn't a dream. No, it wasn't. But this is my living room and it looks surreal, like a dream, or a projection. You, whoever you are, you're talking to me just before I died, aren't you? Essentially, yes. That was unusually quick, a good sign. I don't want to, wait. Sign of what? Please listen, I'm here to help, to give you a choice. I come from what it is to you, the future. Long ago, we developed technology to peer back in time, create windows to review historical events, regain lost knowledge, and teach. Eventually, the technology advanced far enough to allow the reading of electrical impulses in the minds of humans in the past. At the time, the idea was to catch glimpses of the thought processes, try to understand the motives behind certain decisions. Researchers attempted to copy over the thought process of someone close to death at a test, to minimize the possibility of damage. Instead of copying a single mental moment, something else happened. You got all of them, didn't you? Not just their thoughts, but their mind. Yes. Now, we offer those in the past a choice. What? To copy myself to the future? What about the me that stays here? Kind of a ship of Theseus problem, and... Not a copy, a direct transfer. The electrical energy, that is your mind, leaves your brain in your time period and comes to ours. We do so at the moment of death so as to not affect the timeline, but only if you consent. This must be your choice. If it saves me from not existing, why would I say no? What's the catch? There is no catch. You'll be transferred into a body that is genetically and morphologically identical to your own and given full autonomy to live your life as you wish, as long as you aren't, hurting anyone, as you said. Then why be so emphatic about giving me a choice? Not everyone presented with the opportunity wishes to take it. Some are happy with the lives they've lived as they are. Others don't agree with continuing as offered for a variety of personal reasons, like religion. Sometimes. acceptance variance is tied more to the individual than a larger belief structure or worldview. If I said yes, where exactly would I be going? How far into the future? Roughly 600 years. You'll be well taken care of. Our society has reached a post-scarcity system that encourages art, science, innovation, self-fulfillment, and helping one another without requiring it. No one has to work, as you call it in your time. Wow. If what you say is true, how are you handling population growth and bringing people who have died back? Even post-scarcity, that can't be sustainable. Physical space alone would. We have colonized other planets. Oh. I guess that would solve some issues for a good while. There are ways to ensure that we can provide for everyone without sacrificing. Technology continues to improve. If I said yes, we would bring you forward to your recreated body and welcome you into a time when there is no suffering and people can be the best they wish to be. We've solved poverty, disease, aging, class, and social divides. We celebrate our differences. When people stopped suffering and fearing death, it became much easier to be kind. It sounds almost too good to be true. Many of your time period expressed that thought. The trauma of living under a system that put your lives and happiness in danger at the whims of politically and monetarily powerful figures has, understandably, made you fearful of being taken further advantage of. And, you don't want to do that. That kind of thing doesn't exist in the future. Politics still exists. They're a natural result of large groups of people attempting to live together. But without resource scarcity, motivations are quite different. As I said, it is much easier to be kind. Yeah. I could see why it would be the... Wait. My dad, he died 3 years ago. Was he offered this? Did he say yes? I miss him so much. He was the best person I've ever known. I am unable to answer that question, as I am prohibited from unduly influencing your choice. All I can tell you is that this choice is offered in chronological order, so he has already been offered it. Damn it. I guess I can understand that, given what you've told me so far. What if I say no? With great regret, I would respect your decision and allow you to die. Rather permanent, yes, it is. Even we don't know what occurs to people who say no. What we do know is that they aren't here with us, living in a brighter future. I have to admit that I've always wanted, more. I gravitated towards science fiction because I wanted that brighter future. People working together to do really cool things like explore other planets, FTL, aliens, AI. People working together to just, be kinder. As is the case for many from your time. Is there anything else that you wish to ask? What if I say yes now and later I change my mind if I don't like the future? Your file indicates that you would acclimate well. However, we highly respect consent. If you decide later date to change your mind, with great regret, we would allow you to. That makes sense. Are you all right? I don't have a lot of time left, do I? No. I have one more question. You can ask me anything. Why? With a small hiss, the larger clear top half of the capsule opens gently outwards. A man opens his eyes, blinking at the thankfully diffuse light. Around him he can see several strangers smiling, and one not so stranger with tears in his eyes. Welcome to the 27th century, his father says, offering him a hand. There is an old Earth saying, one of the oldest. It has been said in many different ways in countless languages over the millennia. No one gets left behind. End of story. Story number 2. Orbital Drop, written by also_Owen. Henry woke to the sound of alarms blaring into the halls of the ship. He calmly put on his uniform against the chaos of the crew scrambling to get their armor strapped and their weapons loaded. Today was drop day, and many of the troopers were Greens who had only experienced it in training. For Henry, it was like clockwork. Put on the uniform, put on the armor, grab the gun, and wait by the pond. The helmet chafed against Henry's forehead. For God's sake, thought Henry, I need to get that damned liner replaced. His gun, a standard KP-13 assault rifle, was immaculately clean. Henry's CO had complained that he was using too much gun oil to clean his rifle. Henry had told him that he would stick said rifle where the sun doesn't shine, sir, and was barred from only being able to clean his gun once a day instead of twice. He was still pissed about that. Henry found his platoon waiting for him in the hangar bay. No one spoke to him. He spoke to no one. They knew, at least from training, what they were about to do. The army was on the back foot on Hermes Prime. Humanity had made an enemy of the Rhinolgans when the Rhinolgan fleet was refused access through Terran space in order to subjugate the planet of Wuuyan, a new species who was yet to be amongst the stars. This star system, Hermes, was essential to human trade and commerce, and the whole system had fallen to the Rhinolgan horde, except for the capital. If Hermes falls, humanity will follow. The troopers got into their drop pods. Some were nervous, others were excited, though no one was going to go back out. They know their duty. The army needed to be relieved, and the Rhinolgans needed to be shown what's what. Henry stepped into his spot and closed the hatch. The sound of the alarm became muffled. He then proceeded to strap himself into the standing seat and made sure that the safety belt was holding him tightly. Suddenly, the alarms were joined in a symphony by the company of cannon fire. The guns, although somewhat muted by the shell of the pod, roared as they hit the Rhinolgan lines. The video screen to the left of Henry's head flickered to life, and he was met with the face of Admiral Liu. "Brave souls of the TSS Virtus, our brothers and sisters are suffering and dying upon the world that sits beneath us." The hangar bay doors below Henry opened slowly, revealing a once beautiful green-blue planet, ruined by the cloud of grey smoke and ash made between the two clashing armies. As the muffled sound of cannon's fire roared, the grey clouds were joined by the contrasting plumes of yellow and orange explosions. "The army is fighting as well as we can, but the damned Rhinolgan bastards have nearly pushed them to the final spaceport. If they manage to overrun that spaceport, we will have lost the system." A 30-second countdown began on the screen to Henry's right. The time was almost nigh. "We cannot let such an event occur! You will not let such an event occur! You, the troopers, must don the bravery of our ancestors before us! You must fight for your brothers and sisters! You will fight for humanity!" 3, 2, 1, 0. The suspension holding Henry's pod let loose and propelled him towards the planet at a speed faster than most can comprehend. Something was odd about this pod, thought Henry. It was oddly peaceful up here. The once muffled sounds of the atmosphere were now completely silent. Henry set his gaze at the TSS Virtus and watched as it melancholically sent of salvo after salvo into the ruined planet below him. There was no sound in the void, and yet the stars seemed to sing a somber tune to Henry, as if the universe were watching a tragedy unfold. The song Henry felt was then interrupted by the atmosphere. The pod groaned in pain and was met with a flicker of flame enveloping the outside layer. Henry held his gun close to him, the adrenaline pumping through his veins, his head beating like a drum of war, as if the warriors of humanity's past were roaring for the blood of the enemy who stood before him. Crash! The doors flew open. Today was drop day. End of story. I would quickly like to thank our Tier 5 patrons, Dragzoon WRE, Quantum Wednesday, Ambrose Cattell, Lord Ashrakal, Bushmaster 177, Casper Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, and Arcadian. Thank you very much.